All right, welcome everybody back to the Kitsune League playoffs. We've got an upper semi-final match here. For a spot in I think top three. We've got Cosmic and we've got Wistful. Two great teams here in this upper league. Should be an excellent match here as we get further into this playoff. I am joined for this game by the incredible Juicebox. How you feeling, Juicebox?
I'm feeling very hyped because I haven't watched much of A League until playoff, and they have been a treat to watch. And so I am very hyped because these are two of my favorite teams from A League, and I like their rosters a lot. Especially Cosmic. I like how their roster is so unpredictable. It's always gels so well. And also Wistful has a few recognizable name that like Phone, like Baz, that have returned this season and have shown why they were so good. Well, last season Baz won MVP. This season he looks to maybe win again the top league. And well, those are two great rosters. Like the star power, both on both sides, just cannot be underestimated. And I've seen how they play. They, especially Cosmic, they want to play very fast, very aggressive. I watched like a few codes from A League playoffs. They definitely play with that aggression, with that bravado that I feel like it's always good to watch.
Yeah,
Uh,
should be a pretty good match here. We'll get a quick look at our bracket, how we've gotten to where we have gotten. Wistful, they made it directly to the playoffs by having a good record in the regular season, but quickly dispatched the New York City Slicers once they came in from the play-ins. So knocked down to the lower bracket by Wistful. Who
yeah.
are moving on now. They're going to play Cosmic for a spot in the winners finals here in this playoff.
Oh yeah, and whoever loses goes and faces a very good team that I think it's like surprising that we see them in the lower bracket. And Shao is a money gang. Yeah, definitely a tough match for whoever loses this match. So you definitely want to win this one because if you win and maybe face Capone or Ledux, you're like scared. But also if you go down to lower bracket and like it's your last chance, you may want to kind of fear Shadow Wisdom Money Gang because they have been very good.
Yeah, I've gotten to cast Shadow Wizard Money Gang a few times, and they are a great team. And speaking of past casts, the last time I casted Wistful, they had the most insane ending to a match that I
Oh
think I've
yeah,
ever seen.
the
Um,
one with Capone.
yeah,
Uh,
the Capone match where they finished Survasa, 10 people dead.
oh yeah, in the Romeo and Juliet fight. Yeah, everybody died and nobody touched the point. And Capone won. That was definitely probably like best moment this season, or like one of the best moments at least. So yeah, the Wistful is definitely one team to watch. They definitely make it entertained. As I think we already have the map locked in. I think it's gonna be Oasis, and yes, we're just gonna go in now. What do you think about Oasis?
It's a map that I haven't seen very much. I've been working a lot in CGL playoffs right now. And about 90% of the time, I it can't exactly be the same as it is here because the map pool is a little bit in a different order. But the three maps to start 95% of CGL matches have been Lijiang Tower, Kings Row, Suravasa.
Well, well
So
for
I
this,
have not actually gotten to seen a lot of Oasis.
it's the same for me because I casted a lot of matches this season, and it's usually Lijiang. Well, at least depends on whatever map, but at least in playoff, it's Lijiang, then Kings Row, and then Circuit for some reason. But
It's because Circuit, I think, leans more towards the Sigma, right?
yeah, but it
Oh,
also like is more pokey, and like some teams that like to run brawl, they also play circuit. But well, we see Oasis, which is more like a brawl map. We see like the standard Sigma comp, no Symmetra, two two great Sojourns in Winter and Promise. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see the basically mirror matchup. Yes, it is mirror.
It does look like Winter's going to want to TP out of spawn here, but I'm assuming going to switch right back over to the Sojourn after that TP. Yep, gonna
Yeah.
hit that slide out. Cosmic is they're a little bit ahead of Wistful when it comes to getting to this high ground first, but they're not gonna let that get away from them. You see Phone there in the UT Dallas jersey. You love to see that. They're a player at my the school I go to, so that's awesome to see that Phone's wearing the UTD jersey. But it looks like, speaking of Phone, they're going to come out on top of this. It's going to be Wistful taking the first fight and flip despite getting to the high ground later and immediately asking for a pause.
Well, to kind of recap that fight, that was definitely a good fight for Wistful because they came in late, but immediately went into the aggression with Phone walling everybody into the high ground, so they had no way to escape, and Gap just got pressured out and killed immediately. And without the tank, Cosmic just couldn't do anything, couldn't stay up. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty quick and dirty fight for Wistful. They really didn't have to sweat much during that fight. I mean, moving forward, I mean, Cosmic, I'm not really sure what kind of ultimates they were able to accrue, like how much they were able to get up in that fight. But, it won't be an easy thing to get rid of the players on a Wistful. I mean, moving in, you saw it was a complete mirror match, and I think Wistful in most people's eyes is probably, or actually I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything like that.
Yeah,
But as we
it's
get
only
back
been 4%. So
yeah. I mean, this is a 2 versus a 3 seed right now here in this upper bracket, upper league. So this is a very, very high profile match in the playoffs. As we get into the next fight, Cosmic, they've got 41% to this Blizzard, Phone at 50%. But where I'm seeing a big difference is Promise on that overclock, and the wall on to Baz is a really, really great one, but they're not able to follow up on the cutoff Sigma, unfortunately. But Winter is going to put Capital in the dirt and Promise under a lot of pressure by Ewan, and that will be a great pick there for the Lucio. And Cosmic, slowly but surely, they're bringing this fight out, and it'll be about 50% for Wistful as Cosmic is going to cap.
Yeah, as I saw, mostly, yes, you saw Promise being up there with Winter. He was up in the overclock percentage, but also Crazy Cat is doing an awesome job on the map. He was like ahead of Capital until he got his ult. So yeah, and also Capital died early, so he won't have his window up yet. But he has it now.
Here we
and
go.
He uses it.
The Amp Matrix is going to come out from Capital early. Get that extra healing, that little bit of extra damage potentially. It will be fading away very, very soon, so they won't get much value out of that. As the Flux from Baz is going to find a target, and they're just gonna, it's been a pretty prevalent combination of ultimates here. The Flux Blizzard gonna freeze up a couple. They'll get Elf out of it, as Promise actually does not want to leave any question whether they can win this fight out or not. They're going to pop the overclock. But Gap is, putting everything into this. They let the flip go towards Wistful as Winter's overclock also enters the fray. This fight is just haymaker after haymaker for both of these teams. Winter below 100 HP. Not going to be able to be taken down, though. Some great peel coming out from the side of Cosmic. Baz hit with the accretion from Gap, but once again, the follow-up just isn't there. This fight just seems to never end. The dueling
Capital with another
walls,
imprint.
they can't get the damage, and Wistful, they're gonna pop the ult from Capital. So the Amp Matrix is gonna come out, but they're gonna be able to take down Paulette. That's a great early pick on that. Well, early is a bit of a weird way to say that, but it's a great first pick in this fight as Wistful. They're at 96, almost 99% on this point. Capital comes in with the Immortality Field, and Phone has a Blizzard. Phone freezes 2 people with the Blizzard as the Flux comes out. The beat from Ewan cannot save them, and Wistful slowly, but absolutely surely, they're gonna bring out the map and the point.
Well, not the map yet, but at least the point.
Sub-map, okay.
Yeah, some map, but that was an insane fight. No team wanted to leave each other an inch. And it came down to Wistful kind of slightly getting better also because they actually won and got the flip before. But Cosmic just didn't retreat, kind of to a fault. But if they saw that they could have won it, and they could have actually won it, because they picked off Palette, they were almost able to pick off Capital in at least 2 instances. So it was definitely a close fight, and even though it was like 100 to 50 or something, it definitely felt like a 99-99 that fight.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen a fight like that, you know, lasting 45 seconds to a minute and a half. I mean, that was absolutely ridiculous by both of these teams refusing to go down. I mean, as we get into this next map here, it will be Wistful that gets onto the high ground first. So they're just going to be raining that damage down from Promise, from Phone, from Baz, and Baz finds the first pick onto Ewan. The Lucio speed is gone, and what a wall by Elf, but they can't get the damage onto Paulette before the wall goes down. Winter, below 50 HP, receives a little bit of that healing, and it's going to be another trade. Able to take down Paulette this time for sure. The flip is going to go towards Wistful for the time being, but this battle in the staircase, as the window comes out, it's going to be Cosmic bringing this fight out in another one that just has both of these teams locked in a never-ending battle.
Yeah, these 2 teams are basically like just even matching each other. Whatever they can do better. They traded the Lucius to start. That was a good pick from Wistful, but after that, they probably should have pushed their advantage a little bit more, and Pledge just ended up dying. And by then, Crazy Cat was doing a great job on the map, already had a window, and Baz just couldn't stand a chance.
Yeah, and you know, with the exception of the window, both of these teams pretty evenly matched in terms of ultimate charge. So as Wistful tries to get the re-engage, it'll be Capital's window that comes out first. You know, the window is going to, you know, try and provide a lot of cover, but Paulette getting absolutely just rolled by Winter on the high ground, and despite the window coming out, you know, the flux from Gap, it's going to put the exclamation point on another great fight for Cosmic.
Yeah, 1 ult and just nobody able to contest Winter on this high ground. As I mentioned, Winter a very good Sojourner. He showed us during at least his playoff. He has not during the play, but at least during the regular season, he has showed us that he's a good Sojourner and he is to be feared.
Here we go, Wistful. One more chance here, one more time. Blizzard's gonna come out from Elf, and Phone will get obliterated through that ice. No chance, not even the ice block could save them. Here comes the overclock from Promise. Gap so low, but Baz even lower, dead even. I mean, the Cosmic, they're just getting so low, and Promise is able to take down Crazy Cat. But despite, you know, them spending, you know, the last 30 seconds below half HP, they just don't go down. As Baz returns on the Wrecking Ball, here's the overclock. Phone drops the Blizzard, but they're able to just get out of the way. No freezes come through on the Blizzard from Phone, and I mean, the touches are here, but it's not gonna matter. It's just Baz, and with Capital dead, I mean, it's going to be an uphill battle for sure for Wistful to take this point or even this fight, which,
Yeah, the
Promise
Promise
slides up to
doesn't
the high
touch.
ground. Yeah, I'm not able to
Well,
touch it. I mean,
yeah, Cosmic has been very dominant in these fights. They used ultimates so fast. Again, I've talked about it before. They are playing with such an aggression that we didn't see at first point, but in this point we definitely saw this insane aggression that Cosmic is doing and how they use the ults so proactively. And now Winter goes to the Bastion, so that'd be interesting to see. No more Sojourn, but definitely a lot more damage with that turret form. Oh, they're going Rhine. Oh wait,
okay.
I
I don't
definitely
hate it.
like that.
I don't hate it. I do like the Sigma more, but I guess we'll see what kind of merit this is going to hold for Cosmic as they come out on a new look. They're going to be able to get into this white room early as Wistful. They take the positioning on the point. So, a little bit of different. Cosmic wants to get up in the faces of Wistful. Wistful, obviously, they don't like that prospect as here comes Wheels from Winter, and the tracking is incredible on Palette up and down. The Lucio
Oh,
goes down, but
oh wait.
Capital and Promise answer with 2 in kind. And I mean,
Oh,
Phone will go down, so to 2 for 2 trade here. 3v3 in the white room for Cosmic. But with Gap going down, that's not going to be enough. Palette with 2 to clean it up, and Ewan just has to stay alive.
yeah, that was sad to see because they split the focus right there with the Rhine going to the May that was in Ice Block, and he just forgot about behind with Promise and Capital. You cannot live an inch to them. They are very good players, especially mechanically, as we saw. They got like both headshots with crazy aim that they had. Oh,
Here we go. Cosmic trying to take the high ground, and Palette so aggressive, gets caught out. Baz is able to even it up, and despite losing the Lucio early, it looks like Wistful is going to be able to bring this, and that's a sound barrier from Ewan! Promise ripped it right out of their hands!
No, why did they try to sound? Okay, well,
Overclock!
oh,
Okay, you see Promise right there. That was a fat finger.
well, that was the. I traded an ult for an ult, so I guess that's just sportsmanship. But yeah, dude, I don't know why E1 even tried to beat. I don't know the idea behind that, but now they're without that beat, and Palette almost has his.
Here we go. Flux from Baz, and Phone doing the combo, just gonna freeze up a couple of players, and it's just unfortunate for Cosmic because they switched their composition. They're so far behind on their ultimates that this is last fight.
Yeah, but now they definitely have the advantage when it comes to Palette needs to be good with this meet, and they want to take this positioning very fast. Oh, they're flanking behind them.
Here we go. We see what they can do here. The window a little bit too far gone for the side of Wistful. Here's the Blizzard from Elf, and it's colossal. 3 players frozen from Elf's Blizzard, and just 1 ultimate for both of the support ultimates from the side of Wistful. Cosmic will take that for sure.
Yeah, Wistful wanted to take this fight very fast with Palette, and they engaged with the beat. But after that, they did not have an answer for Elf's Blizzard, and by then they were just dead and just traded point because of that. So way too aggressive in that regard. They wanted to end the fight way too early. Oh.
Ooh, Promise receives a faceful rock from Gap. Will get followed up on. The damage is good, and Wistful very, very smartly, they're going to disengage here. So they're just gonna chill out for a second, wait for Promise to come back. Phone getting aggressive though. They see that their Sojourn is back. They want to get back into the fight as fast as they can, or at least build up to these ultimates as fast as they can. Because they're getting pretty close to some big ones, and they've got the time. Capital gets their head ripped off, and that will be that for that fight. They're just gonna back up once again.
Yeah, and they're backing up, and what is creating this is Cosmic now has the ult advantage, and without using any ults to win those fights. Those are 2 fights for free that Wistful definitely need those ults to at least deliver, but now it's an uphill battle.
I mean, they're coming up on 5. It's going to be a 5 versus 5 ultimate battle here. This will be a bloodbath to decide Oasis. The beat from Palette, the flux from Baz. Here's the overclock. What can they do? They freeze up Gap. It's a trade for Palette. It's going to be 2 for Promise, 3 for the side of Wistful. But it's going to be an incredible kill onto Baz. And now it is a 2 versus 1 crazy cat. And just like I thought, the bloodbath on University is going to lean the way of Cosmic or Wistful. But Cosmic have returned on the Doomfist Gap. Solo, so dead. Promise with the exclamation point. Getting 3? No, Capital's going to clean up the last one. That's going to do it. Oasis is going to go the way of Wistful.
Yeah, that last fight definitely showed us that Wistful used all their ultimates in such a way that they were able to create so much aggression that nobody could survive. And especially we saw from Promise. I hope this is the clip that we see. Yeah, this one. Promise just with that insane aim to just clean up everyone. Promise just that killed 3, killed the Sojourn again. And by that time, Capital and Promise were just able to clean up the side of Cosmic as they go down 1 map, but it was definitely very close. We're in for a 3 today.
I mean, you know, I said it. These 2 teams, they're the 2 and 3 seeds, right?
Yeah.
I can't find like a discernible difference between these 2 teams right now.
Well, I can definitely find it at least a bit. Like Palette goes in, he's a bit too eager, too aggressive sometimes,
okay.
almost to a fault. But yeah,
Okay,
sometimes it works.
The team is able to pick it up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it really depends. Sometimes Cosmic is able to clean that up, and sometimes they're not managing to withstand the aggression that Wistful is putting on them. So it's in these mirror matches. It was sad to see that they started on Ryan, because maybe they could have won if they started immediately on the Sigma, but they wanted to try and throw a curveball. So maybe that was why they decided to go that way. But it's definitely interesting because these 2 teams they play in such a similar yet diverse way that it's almost hard to pinpoint like an actual difference.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between these 2 teams in skill, anyway. I mean, their play styles are a little bit different, of course.
But in skills, yeah, they're very
skill,
similar.
They're basically the same. Like, you know, those first 2 maps, they were, you know, pretty big, like, blowouts percentage-wise, right? But,
yeah,
you know, there were probably a grand total of 4 team fights between those first 2 points. Like,
yeah,
that was ridiculous. I've never seen 2 points of a map like that. I mean, these 2 teams, I mean, obviously the closest one in terms of, you know, percentage-wise was University.
Yeah, and that came down to like a hero play. Really, they had the same ultimates and just Promise killing more people than Winter did with his overclock. So yeah, so in this match is probably gonna be determined by like very specific plays that are either mistakes or like hero plays, and yeah, we're going to King's Row. I've heard from our ever-present production team that never lets us down. Not sarcastic, by the way. For real.
Yeah,
Shout out to Broad.
Yeah, it's going to probably be more Sigma.
Yeah.
I do think Cosmic could run the Reinhardt, but I feel like if they want to run the Reinhardt, it's super important that you have a Symmetra for the Reinhardt to get around more. I guess we'll see in just a second. No, it'll be the Sigmas I imagine Promise, yeah, going to switch over to the the Sojourn for the defense. It will be the Sigma Poke. The only difference between the two teams, Promise on Sojourn, Winter on Bastion. So a little more sustained damage from Cosmic and a little more pick potential from Wistful.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's Winter's staying necessarily on Bastion, but I can definitely see why they want to run it in this map because close quarter. So they want to play fast. They want to play with that turret. Insane damage that Bastion provides, and maybe they think Wistful cannot withstand it. And but it definitely gives a little bit of the disadvantage in a long fight.
All right, here we go. Getting into King's Row here. You know, we see jockeying for positioning around the Mondada statue and the wall to cut off Gap. And the flank from Promise going to put a lot of pressure on Winter, who no longer has that reduced damage. That Wheels form gone. You know, pretty big cooldown to play around if you're going to play against the Bastion. The aggression is now in play for the side of Cosmic. They need to find a pick if they want to, you know, establish themselves on this point, and they'll give up the tick for the side of Wistful. So they'll give it up, but they won't, you know, give it up, right? They're going to come back in and re-engage as fast as they can. But there's so much damage that's just being put into Baz right now that they can't defend against. And with Winter being in that Wheels form, it's just
They
going
don't touch.
to do it.
Yeah, they were so scared of the Bastion. It's like they whenever you see that he doesn't have turret form, you need to re-engage. But Cosmic has done a very good job at like mitigating whenever Winter doesn't have his turret form. So that was very good, especially the wall from Elf to prevent the touch.
Yeah. And so Streets will begin for the side of Cosmic as Wistful. They're coming back. They're close to a couple of ultimates. The Blizzard from Phone, the Flux. I mean, they've got 4 ultimates coming in here, as do Cosmic. This will be another very, very heavy ultimate fight for these two teams. Here's the Blizzard from Elf. What can they get?
Capital.
Colette and Capital. They get they just get blown up by the Blizzard. Here we go. The Blizzard countered out for Gap. They're not going to be able to take down Gap. The Blizzard is going to be followed up on by the airstrike of Winter. So, I mean, Baz just couldn't walk up.
Yeah, Vasky just couldn't block. He had no way, especially with Capital gone so early in the fight. That was definitely a costly elimination that Wistful suffered. So not having the Baptiste, especially with the Bastion ult, not having the MR to save you, and yeah, they're just gonna cap second point.
Gonna be a pretty easy you know, first couple of points here for the side of Cosmic as the Flux comes out. No follow-up on the damage for Gap's Gravitic Flux. But Wistful, they're coming in with only the overclock from Promise. So it's going to have to be a big one if they want to keep this defense alive. The wall's going to come out, and so does the overclock, and Gap gets burned down, or rather frozen down, by Phone's Ice Beam. So a great first pick there from Wistful, and the window from Crazy Cat has been rendered entirely useless. And speaking of, Crazy Cat goes down late there, and it's just not enough for Ewan to get away.
Yeah, that was, again, we talked about Elf Wall on the first point. We can talk about Phone's Wall to deny Baz a retreat from that overclock, and he just fell off. He just died, and he couldn't be helped even with the window. Oh, speaking of window.
Yeah, Crazy Cat took a lot of damage there. Has to play a little bit safer. Here's the Flux, and Baz is going to get aggressive, but that beat is going to keep them from advancing. The counter beat and the boop off the map. Elf and flying. A great play by Palette, and the accretion blocked by Phone's noggin.
It doesn't really matter. That was a very good, again, a very good ball to force out the
Bring on
beat
camera.
from E1, who had to save Baz with the beat, and then with the counter
Phone
beat.
has a
Oh,
plan. Phone has a plan.
oh,
Here we go. Here we go. Are they going to be able to sniff this out? They won't.
no,
Here we go. They'll be able to
oh,
get the freeze onto actually no one.
no.
The kite is perfect. But
Well,
Promise
no,
is able
not
to take down
really.
Winter. Okay, so the kite from the Blizzard is perfect, but they're not able to get away from the damage. And I mean,
Yeah, they
it
got
was a zoning
split.
ult. It was a
Yeah,
zoning ult.
they got split. That was even if it didn't get anybody, Bone was able to split everybody in the backline. But now it's I think they have to retreat Wistful for a bit because Phone is still coming back and Cosmic has the whole team.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Winter has that overclock. The ultimate's overwhelmingly in the favor of Cosmic, but they don't even need it. Rip Promise off the battlefield, and here we go. The window from a Crazy Cat. Elf trying to find those icicles, trying to find that heavy damage that they can deal, and here we go. It's going to be a counter by Capital. It's they're not going to find much as they can't even get to the window as the overclock on the high ground is going to be good. And I mean, this is just exactly what you want to see if you are a fan of Cosmic. The Winter with 3 in that fight, and that will do it. 2 minutes. Not a time bank to scoff at for Cosmic on King's Row.
Yeah, Cosmic just used those ults perfectly. They used the window to create that aggression, to create the space that they needed. And by that time, Gap had his ultimate. Winter just did his job and headshotted everybody with that overclock. And the Blizzard was just like the cherry on top. Well, the icicle on top, I guess. I don't know. The icing on the cake. We can see.
It's almost
I wanted
like
to
this
make a
part of the
pun.
map is not finished.
Yeah.
That space is kind of funny to me. I don't know.
It looks like, I don't know, like this dystopian steampunk-esque landscape. Definitely, Kings Row is like a very good map, not just because it's fun to play. It's also just gorgeous to look at.
It's cool. But I think that was outside of the actual map's boundaries.
Hey, if you can play
decoration.
if you can play Doomfist Sumo in like the unfinished part of Kings Row and like with like the workshop code, I feel like you can look at the map from outside. That's definitely a lot of thought. There's a lot of thought to put into it.
Okay, so Cosmic on their defense, they're gonna ditch the Bastion. It'll be Winter reprising their role on the Sojourn here.
Yeah, the Bastion definitely better on attack.
Entirely the same for Wistful. So we'll see which of these Sojourns. I mean, it's been a great duel thus far between Winter and Promise on which Sojourn has gotten the better into this fight. So a great wall there from Phone is going to cut off a lot, but Winter on this high ground, excuse me, is going to find Promise. And Wistful, they just gotta be safe and back up here.
Yeah, they don't have the Immor, which is gonna be Phone.
Okay, that's well, you know, they're gonna back up, but that's going to be the perfect sign to get back into this fight. And Gap, great wall. I mean, Phone making all of the plays that they need to right now. That's 2 for Phone, and I mean, Wistful is just pushing into the spawn of Cosmic. So I mean, excellent plays by the May.
Yeah, Phone read that perfectly. They went in with a plan after killing Alpha. Maybe it was lucky, maybe it was killed. I don't know. We didn't see it, but what was killed was that wall onto Baz, onto Gap to not let him out. And Baz is gonna get walled.
They'll get rid of it though. Baz will stay alive. The window from Capital. A little too far backward for Phone to actually find anything with it, but here we go. Phone died out of Blizzard.
No, I thought they didn't use it, but
no,
that was sad.
No, I heard the beginning of the voice line, but Phone press Q, and it's unfortunate. They're gonna get some cart progress though. They'll get past this choke. So luckily enough for Wistful, they'll stay in the fight.
Oh, without any ultimates right now, and no ultimates were defended from Cosmic. He
Yeah,
definitely want that Blizzard back right now.
yeah, that's just unfortunate that phone. It happens. You die out of ultimates. It's not something that is uncommon. You just don't like to see it as. The thing is that Wistful, they're losing these fights without having any ultimates expended by Cosmic. They've already
Oh, they haven't
lost one,
lost
but
yet.
Palette is returning, not coming back. What am I saying? But here we go in the bookstore. What is Gap gonna do as they leave? And here's a Blizzard from Elf. It's gonna freeze up Baz and immediately dispatched. And once again, it's a fight that doesn't seem to ever end until Cosmic is able to make that exclamation play.
Yeah, that Blizzard from Elf definitely very good. Came in at a crucial time when Palette was coming back. But yeah, some of these fights that Cosmic is doing, they're doing with the minimal amount of ult possible, and they just able to pick off the two most important targets, which are like the BAP and the Sigma.
Okay, so Gap stays alive with the help of a great beat from Ewan. But Blizzard from Phone, they're able to take down Crazy Cat through the Blizzard. But, I mean, once again, I mean, Phone has made some great plays thus far on this May. But, I mean, a couple of miscues in a row there with the Blizzard.
Well, the crazy thing that I saw was before getting frozen, Crazy Cat tripling headshotting Phone to kill them. That was definitely a display of skill before they got frozen by the Blizzard. So yeah, Crazy Cat is definitely also like a silent carry right now for the side of Cosmic. So reliable.
Here we go. The Gravitic Flux from Baz. What can they find here? Gonna get over the wall of Phone. The Flux maybe interrupted what Phone had intended to do there, unfortunately, as we see the window overclock from the side of Cosmic. So that's both of these ultimates expended thus far for Cosmic and both expended for Wistful. Both teams building up to another ultimate, though, as Palette wants to get aggressive with the sound barrier. What can Promise find? They're looking for this Lucio who gets hit in the body, but they're not able to find it. The kite is great, but Baz is in no man's land. How this Sigma stays alive, nobody can answer, but they can't kill Baz. Baz is, absolutely taking over here, and you can't block that ice beam from Elf, but everything else is fair game for the Sigma, and just like that, Wistful, they take the point.
I am speechless. I don't know how Baz stayed alive there. It was a great peel from Capital and Palette for sure, but that's a degree of skill to just stay alive, dance around your shield, use your eat properly. That's why this is A League and not C League. There is a reason why these guys are the best in Kitsune League.
Here we go. Once again, Cosmic getting aggressive here, not wanting to give up this first corner. The wall from Elf is great here, but the Blizzard from Phone is going to find at least one, and yeah, gonna be sent off the map by Baz. That's that. You don't see that very often here, and there's another one. Crazy Cat absolutely just thrown off the map. That's two, and if Winter didn't die to Capital there, that would have been a third that went off the map.
And now Wistful has all the momentum. They have the ultimates. Ewan doesn't have the beat to answer the Flux that's coming out right now.
Here's the Flux from both Sigmas. The Immortality Field has been great, but what a wall from Phone!
And what a wall.
What a wall from Phone, and making up for their earlier miscues in this round. Absolutely displaying that skill on this character. The Blizzard from Elf is going to find no one but Phone in the backline as the Immortality Field.
What the hell?
Phone with 4! Oh my god, Phone just won't go down! And Phone is going to be the one that puts the nail in the coffin on the Cosmic. And what the hell did I just watch?
What was that? That again, a good lamp from Capital, a good peel from Capital in the back. Nobody could answer, but Phone killed 4 people in that tiny room. 4 people. They're insane. There's just nothing I can say other than that. As again, we didn't see their POV, but I'm sure it was fucking great. Uh, what they lose two fights, 2 points in a row due to fights where they don't kill the guy that ends up being the carry, which is very sad because Cosmic, I feel like they played a bit better. Of course, it reflects on the time bank, but Wistful so clutch, and those individual performances really coming in and delivering it from the side of Wistful.
Yeah, I don't know, but Phone, I mean, that was insanity. BVB window, yeah, that was goats. Okay, we're in goats, everyone, according to
Yeah,
Phone, and I trust Phone because they picked a cool school to go to. They're very very smart. But
shout
here
out
we
UT
go.
Dallas.
Yeah. Here we
Oh,
go. I mean, another round here, another attack for Wistful. The dive on it to the high ground by Promise is going to be met with a slide by Winter. So they're not going to be able to find that Sojourn out, but Gap is so low. They're going to get cut off by another wall from Phone, and they're just under so much pressure. Gap refuses to die, though. Gap is all alone with Crazy Cat in the back. They need to kill Crazy Cat. They can't keep looking at Gap. They need to kill the BAP. They can't
they
kill
can't kill
either. Promise takes down Winter, but it's not enough. 30 seconds left. You have to look at the Baptiste there. And they're going to
and
stagger past.
oh yeah, and now I think it's Promise that died, or no, sorry, that's Winter that died. He's gonna be back soon. So that's almost an even fight with 12 seconds left, and they have the Emperor already.
Here we go. I mean, desperation modes for the side of Wistful. Here we go. Both Amp Matrixes out. Gap gonna